evening, morning, wherever you're at in the world. Today, I want to talk to you about why you lose attraction. Well, why a woman loses attraction for you, and it doesn't matter if you're just dating. It doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship for like a long time. None of that matters. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because I have some men that come to me and they tell me that everything was going good when they first started dating a woman. They're going on dates, they're making it a relationship, but they notice that the woman just kind of pulls away and she doesn't really seem as attracted to the man as she did before, and they're trying to figure out why that is. Now, I do want to talk about three things that happens when you meet a woman that causes her to lose attraction for you. And a lot of it has to do with you performing, meaning you're not being yourself. You're trying to be more than yourself. You're trying to be perfect, and you're trying to be perfect because you want to get that woman to like you. You want to get that woman to be attracted to you and all this other stuff. But I'm here to tell you that it does not work. You may think it works, but it does not work, because whenever you meet a woman and you're trying to really make it work, you start doing too much more than you need to. And what I mean by that is the first thing that you do, and I want you to understand this, the first thing that you do when you meet a woman and you want things to be perfect and smooth and you want everything to go according to your plan is you start to over-explain. You start to over-explain because you get nervous that if she doesn't understand you or she doesn't see your point of view, then it's not going to work out. A lot of you have that idea that you just want to, it's almost like those guys that try to do sales, and what they do is they try to tell you everything about the product, all the features, all the benefits. They try to give you everything into that one conversation because they feel like if they miss something out or if they leave something out, that you're not going to be interested in whatever they're trying to sell you. That's the thing that a lot of you guys do when you start a relationship or when you start dating, is you try to over-explain yourself. You try to add all this extra context and do everything that you can so that she would like you, she would understand you, and she would see your value and all this other stuff. But that is one thing that makes her lose attraction for you, because she knows that you're performing. She knows that. You got to think, women have dated multiple men, and some women, but women have dated multiple men. So when you try to do something that you think is going to impress her, she's already seen it before. It's nothing new. It is nothing new at all. Now, the other thing that a lot of you guys do besides over-explaining yourself is you agree. You agree on everything. If she tells you that, hey, the sky is orange, you'll agree with her. And when you do that, she knows that, one, you're bullshitting, and two, you're just trying to impress her. You're not being yourself. And it comes out in other ways as well. I mean, just think about the last woman you dated or the woman you're dating now. Think of how many times that you agree with things that she says. Maybe in your mind you really don't agree with that, but you tell her that yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, I agree with you, or like, yeah, of course, or for sure, or yeah, definitely. She knows that you really don't agree with her. You're just saying that because you want to win her over. You want to impress her. And when you do that, you're always going to lose with a woman. You're always going to lose with a woman because she sees it as, well, can you think for yourself? You keep agreeing with everything I say, like you can't challenge me. And when you don't challenge her and you don't have your own ideas about how things are and how things should be, that's when she gets confused. That's when she gets confused, because it's like, well, you're supposed to be a man, but you're acting almost feminine, or you're acting like they're your God, or she's above you because you're agreeing with everything she says. Women know that. You know, a lot of guys, you don't think that women understand that, know that, but they see everything you do, your behaviors. If all your behaviors line up with what she have seen in other men that she deems as, the friend or somebody that's trying too much or doing too much to be to get attention from her. She sees that. She sees all of that, and she puts you in the category that she does all those other guys. And when she does that, she can't have any attraction for you. You have to understand that. Now, I always say this, and it's gonna sound crazy, right? When you meet a woman, you don't want to talk to her like she's the greatest thing on earth. You don't want to talk to her like she's doing you a favor or she's the prize. You're not disrespecting her. You're not putting her down. That's weak shit. What I'm saying is, you don't want to talk to her like she's the best thing ever, because number one, she's not. And number two, you don't know her. So if you don't know her, my question to you is, why would you act like you know her and she's the best thing since sliced bread? She knows that you don't know her, number one. She knows that. She knows, hey, this guy does not know me, but he's acting like I'm the best thing ever, when she could have dead bodies in her trunk. She could have dead bodies in her refrigerator. You don't know that. And she knows that you don't know. So you have to treat her in your mind. Obviously, I'm not saying that you want to put yourself in a friend zone and you're not trying to talk to her like she is a friend, but you don't want to put so much emphasis on being perfect. You don't want to put so much emphasis on that you're the everything is just perfect, everything lines up. You want to at her like, hey, you're not that special. I don't know you like that. I am interested in you. Obviously you're interested in her. That's why you're talking to her. But you don't want her to feel that you're the one that is looking to her and up to her for validation. You don't want her to feel that. You also don't want her to feel that she's in charge and she's in control of you. Because when you make her feel that way, she slowly starts to lose attraction. She wants a man that actually can think for herself, a man that challenges her beliefs or what she says, not to agree with everything she says. And you want to just treat it like, almost like you're talking to a buddy. It's almost like when I get on here, right? I'm not trying to impress you guys. Sometimes, I may wear a tank top. I may wear a workout shirt. Or when I'm in my office, I'm dressed up nice because I am a professional. But at the same time, I don't see you guys as someone that's lower than me, and I don't see you as someone that's higher than me. I see you almost like equals, because at the same time, we're all men. We're out here trying to better ourselves and have better relationships. It's almost like you want to have it in your mind that you're talking to like a... Now, you're not going to talk to her like a female friend. I'm not saying that you want to make her your best friend and you get put in the friend zone. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, be yourself. The same way you talk to your friends, the same way you talk to a woman. Here's a better example. The same way you talk to a woman that you're not really physically or sexually attracted to is the same way that you want to talk to the woman that you're dating. You obviously want her to know that you are attracted to her and you are interested in her sexually and whatever else you want to make of that relationship or your dating experiences. But you don't want to overdo it. You want to talk to a normal person. Like, I know it sounds crazy. I might tell you this story. I don't know if I should tell y'all this story. I told my nephew this, but I'll tell you a different story. I told my nephew this, but I'm not gonna tell the story on here. But I'll tell you a different story. So I was dating this girl. This was a long time ago. I was dating this girl, right? And before she came to visit me, I was already seeing another girl. I wasn't in no serious relationship. I was just dating. And the girl that I was seeing before her, she had left something over at my apartment. I think it was a comb or something for her hair. I can't remember exactly what it was. This was like 16 years ago. This is a long time ago. So the chick that was seeing me before the other that came over, she had left something, and you could obviously tell that, there was a woman's presence in my apartment. And so the other girl came over, and I guess she used the restroom, and she was washing her hands. She was like, "Hey, somebody left this." And I was like, "Yeah, that's this other girl, you know what I'm saying? She left it or whatever. Ain't no big deal." And I didn't say like, "Oh, I don't know whose that is," or "Oh, that's yours," or "Maybe my buddy left it." I didn't say any of that shit because, number one, any woman that I was dating, I always told them that I'm seeing other women, number one. And then the second thing is, I don't see her as an authority. I didn't see that woman as authority. I seen her as like, "Hey, you're dating me, I'm dating you, we're interested in each other, but I don't owe you anything." And I'm also truthful. Like, yeah, it was another woman's like product or whatever it was. It was her stuff. Now, most guys would fumble over their words. They would try to make excuses. They will lie. They will say this and that. And the woman knows that you're doing that. She knows that you're lying, number one, because women aren't stupid. And number two, she knows that you're trying to make it something that it's not. And you're trying to add on all this extra shit and you're lying. So in her mind, she's looking at you like, this guy is putting me on a pedestal. He's lying. He's doing all this extra shit. And so when you're doing all this extra shit, especially if it's a woman that you're dating, she looks at it like, I don't think I could trust this guy. Number one, because he's lying. And number two, he got caught in the lie. Or should I say he just got caught up. And I'm asking him a simple question, but he's making up all these excuses. He's making up all these lies. His body language, he's shifty. And if she sees that in you, she can't trust you for her to be with you long term. If you want to make this woman your woman, your fiance, your wife, whatever in the future, she already sees that. So you can't be out here and date women and then lie about it or make it seem like you're not. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm telling you, if you're a guy out here and you're dating multiple women, that's fine. However, if a woman asks you, "Hey, are you seeing other women?" Let her know yes. Unless you want to lie, and unless you just, I don't know why, but if you want to put her on a pedestal and you want her to be above you, then yeah, go ahead and lie. But my thing is, if I'm the one that you're pursuing, the last name, the ring, the finances, all that stuff, the protecting, all that crazy stuff, right? Why would I have to lie to you? If anything, a woman, I'm not saying the woman should lie to a man, but what I'm saying is, why would I have to lie to you? I'm the opportunity. I'm the prize. And you have to have that mentality. And it's not being mean. Don't let a woman talk you out of that. Or don't let some weak man tell you that, no, you're not the prize, the women are. Don't let a guy talk you out of that shit. That's feminine. But if you're the prize, there's no reason why you should lie to a woman. Hey, this is what it is. If you can accept that, we can move forward. But if not, we're not going to work out. However, if we get in a serious relationship and it's just together, then yeah, I'm not going to see other women. I'm going to cut off all the other women and we're going to be committed to each other. But if I'm dating right now and I'm dating you and you're not on that level with me as someone that is my, I hate to say girlfriend, but you're not my woman. You're not my one and only. If that's not the case, then you don't owe that woman anything. If you're just dating a woman, and even if the sex is good, even if everything is going perfect, you don't owe her anything. And you also don't need to be lying to women, because when you lie to a woman, I made a video about this. It wasn't a live, it was actually a recorded video. But whenever you lie to a woman, all that's doing is putting her on a pedestal, because you lie to the authorities. You lie to people when you believe that they have power over you. But if you know you have the power and you know that nobody has authority over you, you're going to be honest. I mean, that's just what it is. And I'm telling you, when I was dating, I used to always be honest with women. And the women respected me like crazy. They would also tell me about men that they were dating that were lying to them. They would come to me and be like, "Yeah, this guy, he lies too much though. And I think he's just scared or this, and that. And obviously, I tell him, like, okay, that's cool. I ain't trying to hear all that shit. I ain't trying to hear your life story about your dating life or whatever. But I thought it was interesting because that's just what it is. So going back to the beginning of this video is those are the things that make a woman lose attraction for you. You not being yourself. You trying to be something different, trying to be perfect. You always agreeing with them. You always um, try to just be somebody you're not. You know, you have to be yourself. And when you are yourself, here's the funny thing about this: when you are yourself and you're not trying to be somebody different, you're not trying to be perfect. When you are yourself around women, and you're yourself around yourself, it's not hard, because when you lie and you try to be somebody different that you're not, you always have to keep telling, okay, I told her this, I told her that. No, that was the other girl I told. No, blah blah blah, this and that. But when you're yourself, the crazy thing about it is you attract a woman that actually wants you for who you are. When you be yourself, you actually attract a woman that wants you for who you are. But the moment you try to be somebody else, you try to lie, they already know that. The women already know that. I don't know why it's so hard. When I was coaching some younger guys, they were telling me like, well, I don't have to tell her the truth. Like, I'm just true to myself and this and that. Like, I get that, man. But at the same time, you really want to be a boss and a leader and a king. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie, because you will get way more respect. I'm telling you. I am telling you, guys, you will get way more respect when you just be yourself and you be honest, because a woman sees that, hey, okay, even if this guy is a nerd and he likes electronics and digital stuff or technology, or even if this guy's a nerd and he likes guns, he talks about this and that, going to the range, different types of guns, whatever it is, she likes the fact that you're not trying to impress her or take on who she is. Meaning, you're not trying to. Here's the best example. Say, for instance, you like classical music. Say, for instance, you like classical music, right? The woman you're dating likes punk rock. She don't really care about classical music at all. But you try to conform to her and you start listening to punk rock. You start, oh yeah, I know that one band, blah, 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 blah. And you really don't know, and she knows that. She's not going to respect you and she's not going to trust you. But if you say like, hey, I don't listen to punk rock, I listen to classical music, and, that's cool what you listen to, but you don't try to change who you are. You don't try to just up and always listen to punk rock music around her. You actually listen to what you want to listen to. And I'm not saying that you can't explore and learn why she likes what she likes, but what I'm saying is you want a woman to come into your world. You don't want to necessarily go into a woman's world. You want her to come into your world. And in order for her to come into your world, you have to be honest and you have to be who you are 100% of the time. You have to be who you are 100% of the time. And when you are who you are and you're honest and you're not trying to conform to her rules and you're not trying to conform to her world, that makes a world of a difference. And it may not make sense to you. I don't know how old you guys are, but my younger guys, you may think that being honest with a woman will make her not be interested in you or make her leave you or whatever. And there's two things about that. One, if you're honest with a woman and she leaves you, you don't want to be with her in the first place. She already did you a huge favor. Because you don't want to be with a woman that leaves you because you're honest. I want you to let that sink in. You do not want to be with a woman that leaves you because you are honest, right? The second thing is you don't want to be with a woman that expects you to lie or she accepts that you're lying, because you may think that she's stupid or she's not paying attention, but I'm telling you, women pay attention, they're not stupid, and they also have really good memory. So that's something to think about. But I just want you to know that, like, just be your fucking self. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to impress her, none of that. Because when all these other guys are trying to impress the women, when all these other guys are trying to be something they're not, the woman is looking at you and saying, this guy is being himself, but he's not trying to impress me. He's not trying to be like everybody else. What is it about him? And she's more intrigued and turned on by you than she is by somebody else or other men that are trying to be like everybody else. You don't want to be a carbon copy of nobody else, because you can't. You can only be somebody's second best, and nobody cares about second best. The woman cares about you being you. And I think it's odd, and this is the last time I'm going to leave you guys with, I think it's odd that you have some men that want to be number one. They want to be the best. They want to be top tier. But if you try to be like somebody else, then that's impossible to be number one, because there's only one you. Even twins, there's only one of them. They're not the same. They may look the same, but they got different fingerprints. They're totally different personalities. They may have similarities, but they're different. So I just want to leave you with that, and just realize it's all about you being yourself. If you can't be yourself around a woman, then that's not the woman for you. If you can be yourself around a woman or women that you're dating or being honest, then hey, you're headed in the right direction. So if you have any questions or you want some clarity, because I think it's very important to understand not just women in dating, but it's also important to understand yourself, why you do the things you do, why you're stuck at where you're stuck at. And if that is you, make sure that you hop on a 45-minute session with me. It's a clarity call. It's 100% free. I'm not going to try to get you into coaching and do all this other stuff. It's just to see where you're at and to show you where you're at. Because sometimes when you can't see your blind spots and you think that everything is going the way it should be going, and you don't really realize that, hey, actually you missed the exit over there. Or, hey, there's a spider on your back. That's just an analogy. But when you don't see those things, it's harder for you to make the right decisions. And when you don't have information that can help propel your dating life and your relationship forward, when you don't have the information, you can only make decisions based on the information that you currently have. And if you keep doing the same thing, you keep spinning your wheels and you don't know exactly the reason why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Book you a clarity call. That clarity call will help you out tremendously, because we're going to see where you're at, what problems you're having, and I'm going to point out the patterns, why you may be stuck, why you can't move forward, and then you can make the determination from there. But until next time, I hope this was a great video, a great live. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're just tuning in, make sure you watch the replay. It should be up again tomorrow. It's crazy how YouTube does the uploads. But other than that, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Let's see what we got here. Thanks, Brown. We'll do that today. Thanks for this talk. Hey, no problem, Brooke. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Let's see. Cecil. Hey, what's going on? Kentrell. True that. Hey, appreciate it, man. Isam Hijo. Hello, man. I'm from Sudan. Hey, what's up? Over there in Sudan. That's over there. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you watch the replay. Like I told everybody earlier, I don't know what it is about YouTube, but sometimes YouTube will cut the replay short and you only get some of it, which is crazy. Or it'll take a day or two for it to upload to the system. I don't know why that is, but that's what's going on with that. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out my other videos. And if you guys got any questions, man, don't be afraid to reach out on my email. If you don't want to get on a clarity call, that's cool. That's fine. But if you really do have some challenges you're dealing with when it comes to dating or relationships, make sure you go to my email. It's Coach Saul Palmer at gmail.com, or you can go to Saul at saulpalmer.com. So any of the two, you can go to there, and then let me know what your challenges are, man. We can hop on a call and figure things out, or I can send you an email back. I'm here for you guys. At the end of the day, I'm here for you guys, because I think the more clarity we have as men, the more strong-minded men we have, and the more courageous and just manly, masculine men that we have, the world will be a lot better. We have to understand that the world will be a lot better. But I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. I'll talk to you guys later. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate you too as well, man. You're a great man. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.